welcome to Inglewood, California, SoFi Stadium, and what has become a really fun bowl game over the years, the Art of Sport LA Bowl, presented by Club. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll bring it out. It's locked. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense will have the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, maybe they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. And now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven. And they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Let's look big picture at Northern Illinois. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who's very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So UTEP's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like unleashes one deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. A run to the quarterback. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, and he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme
offense are moving quickly down the field.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route, giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a crease. It's Jenkins. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is...
But the ball pops out on the return. Recovered by the kicking team. No one's going to get it. Touchdown.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer. And that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front could not protect him well enough.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Huskies are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Under fire. Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Miners have pushed it inside the 20. Gonna run it. It's Jenkins. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. The run to the right. Danced his way through traffic, pick up for 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it down the right side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. That's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
And this one splits the uprights. And gets them back to within 10. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trucking out.
UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They think there's room to run to the right here. Turning it on! Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Now they'll run it to the right here. Shakes off the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's given. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He got it. This is now a 7-point game.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UTEP has the ball in the offense, ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Firing to the right, complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Lofts one high and deep. Got it, and he will score! Touchdown, UTEP!
One of of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lott. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stops for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it.
There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone... I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 10, here he comes. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get an LA Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that is the case. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27.
With that said, let's send it back.
Breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
A huge play play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
That's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
To the air, it's Nelson. Rushes on him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll pass on the 46-yard field goal. Go for it here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UTEP!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Grab near the marker. It's Taylor. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The lone back's got it. Finds a little space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
With the catch, it's Odom. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great. But we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
That's caught. It's Givens. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Going up top again. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you can tell this offense, they just don't feel comfortable running the football. First and goal situation, a lot of times it's a run. They throw an incomplete pass. Second and goal, it's a sack. This offense, they've got to find a way to stretch this defense. Maybe some crossing routes. Maybe throw up to one of the big fellas. They got to find something better to execute down here in the red zone.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun. Bringing the heat. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like...
Turning it on! Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. And the Miners getting set on 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
The Miners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Miners! And the beatdown has ensued.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
13.
He'll bring it out. It's locked. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Makes a grab past the marker. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Miners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dumps it to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments of individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Love working with you guys. Love being in the booth. Love covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of it. And in college football, surrounding the sport, man, let's just keep loving on it.
Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's